Plague Rider looks like might actually just back off a little bit. He does have Parasite nearby, but with this, the four of them obviously coming out with that puzzle box as well, it's definitely going to be a very strong push. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to defend this, but there are three of them, and they're getting ready. It looks like Engineer is up as well, although he doesn't have a teleport, which there actually gets caught off to the side. The Whirlwind the Tornado doing a lot of work, but just a long enough distraction to get them out. Now Torture doing a lot of damage to that War Beast. He's not able to walk out of there. The Plague Goo coming out actually, going to bounce to Glacius, to Pharaoh as well, over to the Creeps. Glacius doing what he can with that Glacial Downpour. But now Pharaoh is on the run, and doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything. Decides to stay there. One more auto attack, which Slayer actually will get a kill on that Plague Rider, and will not be able to get out fast enough. Engineer actually getting credit for that final kill there. So, just like that, the game swings a little bit back in favor of that Legion team. Perhaps Hellborn deciding to stay around for a little bit too long. While this is happening, Bubbles, fancy footwork, sitting in that middle lane, pushing a little bit. He will look like he'll back off here though. Engineer doing a bit of warding, trying to reveal some wards. Unfortunately, Hellborn does not have any wards nearby. Bob's just doing a little bit of farming himself, trying to get that gold per minute back up. And as we just go past that 20-minute mark, Torturer, top farmer in the game now, so it's rotated around a little bit, 405. And he does have a sustainer, so maybe not going for that sheep stick, going for more that that Null Stone. Obviously very good against Witch Slayer, Glacius. Pharaoh has picked up a Barrier item, which is obviously a huge item, especially if they're going for something to do a bit of a push or even a counter push. Now they have that puzzle box, those dogs, and the Barrier Rattle can be able to do a lot of push potential. Glacius, not much to talk about obviously, and Witch Slayer either, although he does have a fair bit of gold saved up, so you can imagine he's probably going for that portal key, and once that happens, potentially going to be a lot more of a threat. Portal keying in, stun, miniaturize, ulti combo, that sort of thing. And Parasite, I mean, he's still going that Codex. He's got the Codex now. He's just level 1. But it looks like we've hit the kind of time of the game in that 22-minute mark, where the teams are just going to sit back and farm for a little bit. Now, longer term, I see this working out better for the Hellborn. And that's probably what they need to do. Get that Warbeast tank, get him up there, get him a lot more. But, however, they haven't really gone for like a tanky route. They've obviously gone for that puzzle box, which is definitely very powerful, as it can, now that I believe it is level 3, it will be able to see Fade, but they're only really going to pop it in team fights, as obviously it does have a bit of a cooldown, 90-second cooldown. Portal key picked up on Torturer, so he's doing quite well himself, obviously being top farmer in the game. But just sitting back, we're sitting at that sit back and farm stage. Plague Rider still sitting on that tablet command as we saw before, and Angie power supply Striders. Portal key comes out from Fade though. He gets the stun out. Keg stun going to finish off that Glacius. Kelpfield and Wrath of the Pharaoh coming out though, so the Legion team's in a fair bit of trouble. Tablet of command out, but unfortunately Parasite not able to get away. So Torturer and Plague Rider in a little bit of trouble here. Looks like the push is going to happen. While that's happening though, so those are illusions in that bottom lane. So 3 for 1. Warbeast pushing that middle lane now, no friends. Now I'm not sure if this Plague Rider and Torturer can hold off this push on their own. Torturer is nowhere nearby, but he does have the portal key, so he will be able to get round soon. Now Torturer can take out a wave pretty easily, but Pharaoh has that Barrier Idol. The Barrier Idol goes off there to protect each other. Warby's still taking a lot of damage, and he actually gets pulled together with the Witch Slayer, unfortunately. Will get taken out there. And Torturer jumping in the middle front lines there. He is out of mana, though. He's got to be a little bit careful, but Pharaoh will get caught out. Fade is here, and that Plague Rider as well. And Bubbles just portal keying out of there. He's actually picked up a portal key, so that's rather impressive. And Witchslayer has one as well. They're asking him how mad. So the push is coming together here in that middle lane. Obviously, as I've mentioned, that Torture doing a lot of work. And the Hellborn team not quite all here. Glacius throwing out that Tundra Blast a little bit too late. Unable to stop the portal key, but looks like they will defend the tower for now. I'm not sure if they can see that Rev Ward, I guess not. It's right on the edge there. Oh no, they can see it. There you go. Just out of tower range. Looks like Warbeast getting that Mighty Blade, potentially going for a Shrunken Head, could be a very powerful item. Just to let him do his own thing during those team fights, because obviously a lot shutting him down from that Plague Rider to the Parasite and the Witchslayer. Oh, sorry, the Fade. Now it's interesting that he did go that Puzzle Box build, though. Of course, Puzzle Box very powerful against that Fade, as I mentioned, as level 3 can reveal Invis. However, Parasite can take over the Puzzle Box minions, and the Puzzle Box minions are quite powerful. If he were to take over the Mauler, or of course the Wizard, would potentially be able to get away as well. That's the Mauler that reveals stealth. So Fade is nearby. He's potentially going to wait for that Mauler to go down. The stun comes out there. He picks up the token. Huge token grab. He will get taken out though, and he is potentially a little bit on his own here. But Engineer is trying to help him. Unfortunately, Engineer and Fade end up going down. Parasite is nearby though, going on that Bubbles. Leech will finish him off. And Plague Rider potentially jump back in, but Parasite teleporting out. He will get out safely. So huge grab onto the token. Well, the Pharaoh does have an eye now as well, so going to be picking off that Fade that way. Witchslayer has actually portal keyed forward, done the stun onto Witchslayer and that Plague Rider. Plague Rider looks to be going down here. One more auto attack. Harry Shell actually getting credit for that kill. And Torturer doing what he can to defend this middle tower. It's just him and Parasite now though, so I'm not sure how much he will be able to do. Might be better to just fall back a little bit. Hellborn team deciding not to push their luck, teleporting back to the base. Definitely the smarter move there, I believe. Parasite going to go back to jungling. Fives getting some more Codex levels, so he's just going for that Codex level 5. Help keep his kill score alive. Torturer starting to finish off that Nullstone. Another 200 gold and he will have it. And it looks like he's going to get that here. Great farming work. That's going to help him survive, obviously get that a little bit more tanky again. There we go, Nullstone picked up. Fade is 1 Arcana away from a Hellflower herself. She's going to be getting very dangerous. Especially if you can shut down someone like that Pharaoh or that Bubbles with that Hellflower, so he can't take cover and he can't get away. And it looks like he's picking up a double damage rune as well, so Hellborn got to be very careful. Though Pharaoh does have that eye, so he may not be able to see him come in very easily. Warbeast's going to get caught out a little bit here, Contagion. Deciding not to risk it, pops that ultimate just to get away. And Hellborn team actually catching Parasite out of position there. Harry Shell getting the kill there on that Witchslayer. And so Parasite getting caught out of position is a bit unlucky for him. Gonna have to start up the Save Fives fund. Unfortunately, Fives going down there. Claws coming out. As it happens, though, Engineer getting taken out. Turns out Bubbles has been talking all game, but has had his mic muted.
Let's get it on. Nemesis.
HoN team running up here, going to catch that Plague Rider. Tablet of Command coming out. Torturer doing huge damage on this Witch Slayer, though. We'll take him out. Plague Group coming out, not bouncing, though, unfortunately. Glacier's going to get caught out as well. And what turned from a Hellborn gank, Hellborn is on the defensive now. They are backing off. And the Legion team not catching him. So it looks like that huge turnaround. They are able to see them, they obviously, water sites coming out. This Hellborn team just consolidating at the moment. It is still a very even game. 2,000 gold lead for that Hellborn team, with a kill lead just by 1 in favor of the Legion. They might be waiting for that Kong to come back up before they do anything. If you did miss it, obviously, there was a Kong attempt before. They did take down Kong. Fade was able to pull the key in at the last second and steal the token, though. But now, obviously, Pharaoh with that eye. Fade's going to have a little bit of a harder time catching those guys off guard, unless he does pull the key in. His ultimate not going to be too useful unless he uses it at point-blank range, I guess. Just for that extra damage. A little bit of extra magic damage. Hellborn team grouping up in the bottom lane. And Warbeast hasn't popped that puzzle box yet, but you can imagine it is going to be coming out. Water Revelation is down as well, just in case someone is in Viz nearby from the Hellborn team. But I don't think so, because the puzzle box minion, they end up seeing that Rev Ward. And Warbeast deciding not to keep his minions nearby. Fade coming out there, but the Shrunken Head activated. Fade will get completely destroyed. Engineer off to the side, popping that ultimate as well. Not going to do much though. Parasite jumping in. Witch Slayer will go down, so it's 2 for 1 so far. Glacial Downpour, not going to do enough to that Torturer. And Bubbles, unfortunately, not able to pull the key away from the AoE damage on that Torturer, cancelling it, of course. And now Torturer's in a little bit of trouble. He will pull the key back, though. So a little bit of a cheeky juke. Puzzlebox minions going down there on Warbeast. And so, 3 for 3 exchange. Warbeast, Pharaoh still staying alive. Torturer, Plague Rider. Still slightly in favour of that Hellborn team, I'd say. Although, it looks like they will back off here. And right there we see the pings. That's why they're able to use those abilities so quickly. Plague Rider though sitting on 240. But Warbeast going back to that farming. Interesting to see what he does get next. I mean, this Parasite has got to start getting something apart from Codex's. Obviously, Codex, very powerful item, but we see there, you know,